Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I'm so sorry that I have been a bit AWOL recently, but I just moved to a new apartment, new kitchen behind me, so it's been a bit crazy, so I've been lacking on videos. But enough about me. Let's talk about how we can make you a delicious, healthy, low-calorie, high-protein, no-bake cheesecake. It literally can't get any better than this. Okay, I'm going to walk you through some of the ingredients that we are going to use today because, as always, we use healthy substitutes. So there are two layers to this. So we've got obviously the crust at the bottom and the actual filling. So for the crust, normally use graham crackers or digestive biscuits, whatever. I'm going to use rich tea. Purely because it's still the same texture, you can still get the same result, but rich tea just have a little bit of less fat than digestives do, and also less calories, so we're just going to go for that. Then I've got some light butter. We're going to use about 2 tablespoons of this melted, mix it in with the biscuits, and that's going to be our base. So for the filling, we are going to use a light Philadelphia cream cheese. It's 40% less fat, still has great taste, so we're going to use that. Now, I know there's a lot of controversy around using full-fat cream cheese when baking. I totally disagree with that. I've used light cream cheese in so many different recipes. For example, cream cheese frosting, which isn't supposed to work with light cream cheese, but check out this video and you will definitely see that it does. And with that, so this main filling only has 2 ingredients, the cream cheese and protein yogurt. Now I'm going for a vanilla, so just very standard. You could get raspberry or white chocolate, whatever other flavor, or just simply Greek yogurt or any other flavored yogurt. But I'm going for the protein yogurt because it's fat-free, high in protein, low in sugar, and lower in calories. So that is going to be our filling. And obviously we've got a couple of extra things to throw in there as well, such as honey and a pinch of sea salt and stuff like that. So we'll get to that later. And then for the topping. Now the topping is probably the most fun part. You can get creative, you can cut up some fresh fruit. But today I am going to go for a nice tangy vibe. I don't like all those cheesecakes that have like melted Snickers on top or anything. I like mine slightly more classic. So these curds were kindly gifted to me by the Bay Tree. And we've got lemon and elderflower curd or a passionfruit curd. Now I haven't quite decided which one I'm going to go for because a lemon cheesecake is quite classic, but so is passionfruit. I think I'm going to go for passionfruit. I don't know. I think I'm going to go for passionfruit. But you'll see at the end anyways. Okay, so that's all the ingredients out of the way. Now for the equipment. So you're going to need weighing scales for just measuring out the rich tea biscuits basically, but I'll tell you how many I roughly use anyway. Then I've got this cake tin and it opens up. So once it's set, we can just open it up and lift it up. You can use just a square tin and you can have cheesecake square bites instead. That's perfectly fine. Now for crushing up the biscuits, I've just got a clear plastic bag and a rolling pin. So that is how we're going to do that. And obviously a huge mixing bowl and a whisk. So that's everything talked through. Let's get cooking, or baking, I should say. Okay, so I'm using about half a packet of rich tea biscuits, 15 to be exact. So the other bag actually flopped on me, so we're going to use this one. and I'm just gonna hammer it up until I get it to fine crumbs. Okay, now I'm going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter. And I've actually put it in my milk jug because it is easier to pour out then. Okay, so here's where I'm at. It is by no means perfect, but we are not pastry chefs here. So I'm gonna let it slide. And I have just melted my butter. I'm just gonna pour it all over and mix it in. Now I'm just going to, I'm actually just going to use this jar that I'm going to use later to pack it down really tight so we can get a nice even crust. Okay, now that this is all packed down, I am going to put it in the fridge for a couple hours until it sets before we pour our liquid mixture on top. Okay, whilst that's sitting in the fridge, I'm going to use my large mixing bowl and start on my main filling. Okay, first off what we have to put in is our light cream cheese. Now the reason I'm putting in this first is because I want to slightly whip it before we add anything else in, just so we get that airy and extra creamy texture. Now I am using a family pack here. Let me tell you how many grams this is. 340 grams of cream cheese, just in case you use any other brand. So I'm going to get my whisk and I'm just going to whip it. Now you can use a stand mixer for this or electric whisk, but okay, there you have it. It's extra smooth, extra creamy, just how I want it. Next, we're going to add in all of our vanilla yogurts. Now, each vanilla yogurt is 150 grams. So do the maths. All in total is 450 grams of yogurt. Any yogurt that you choose. Honey, so this was kindly gifted to me by Beehive, and it's this lovely dreamy creamy honey. So I'm just going to add in 1 teaspoon of this, just so it gives it a nice sweet undertone. Come on. I'm also going to add a tiny pinch of salt. And then mix this all together. Okay, so I've just tasted the mixture, and I actually would prefer to have 1 more teaspoon of honey in here. It's really important to taste throughout the process, because otherwise you might put in too much salt, too much honey, or too little of it, as I have. So I'm just going to whip in another teaspoon, because we're going to have a quite tangy top. I absolutely love how creamy and velvety this looks. Look at that. Okay, we are taking out the cheesecake. I've got my cup of tea ready, and I am very intrigued to see if I pop this open, if it'll stay. Now, it's not jiggly anymore, it's pretty set. This is the big reveal. I really hope that all goes to plan, and once I pop this, it won't all collapse on me. Ready? Oh, I think we're looking good here. Oh yeah, we're looking good. I'm just gonna jiggle it out a little bit. You can see it's come off this side. So close. Oh yeah, look at that! Amazing! Oh yeah, let me show you a little up close. Oh yeah, no big 2-ingredient cheesecake. This is where the money's at. Now, like I already mentioned before, I am going to be using this passionfruit curd to top my cake. I'll have to have the strength to open it first. It smells amazing and super tangy, so let's get our spoon in there and top this off. Now, I actually love a tangy cheesecake, so do not judge the amount of curd that I'm putting on top of this. You can obviously adjust it to your taste buds and whatever you prefer. It's actually set really nicely. Now I'm also going to cut a slice just so you can see what it's like on the inside. Oh, super smooth. Let's hope it keeps its shape. This is so nerve-wracking. Look at that. This is what it looks like on the inside. Now, I haven't taken it actually off the cake tray just because I'm afraid I'll break it in half or something. But there you have it. And there you have it, your very own 2-ingredient, no-bake cheesecake. And I'm almost finished my slice, and it tastes so good. It's perfectly sweet, perfectly tangy. You got everything you want. And I even managed to get it off the cake tray. So I really hope you make this, and I really hope you enjoy. I hope you all really enjoyed that recipe as much as I did, because I know I am going to be absolutely devouring that cheesecake anytime soon. And not only is it only a 2-ingredient filling, but whatever toppings that you want, 2-ingredient base, and it's 160 calories per slice. Can't beat it. You really can't. Anyways, have a great day. Subscribe, like, comment, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you all soon.